Gilbert Scott. This rather sort of grand red brick building here, just here on your left-hand side, is St Pancras Station. On your right-hand side is the British Library. The British Library is the main library in Great Britain. It also has every single book that has ever been printed or published is here in the British Library, which is a pretty astonishing thought, really, when you think about it. We're going to go right here, then we're going to go Southampton Road. Yeah, that's the west of London to the east of London. It was, there we go. If you look over your left shoulder, you'll see the magnificent St Pancras. There it is, the magnificent Great Midland Hotel there. And you'll get another view here of the courtyard of the British Library. There is the British Library. The British Library isn't, in fact, that old. The British Library is only about 20 years old. Before, there was no British Library, we just had the library. This is Euston, and these are trains that go up to the northern part of England, up to Manchester and Edinburgh, up into Scotland. This wonderful church here on our left-hand side was built in 1790 by Nicholas Hawksmoor. It's another grand example of the English Baroque. Now we're coming down here into central London. And on our right-hand side, we're going to see one of the first square that we'll see today. London, or this part of London, Westminster, is littered with lots and lots of wonderful squares. And the street here, if we go down Coram Street, there's the Foundling Hospital, which is a wonderful museum. And talking of museums, one of the most famous museums, which is a very short walk away from where we are now as we're coming into Russell Square, is the British Museum. Now most of our museums, if you have free time here, they are free. They don't cost anything to go in. The British Museum is a 5-minute walk just through the square that we're about to see on our right-hand side, and there you can see the Rosetta Stone, just wonderful antiquities there. On our right-hand side, this is Russell Square here, and on our left is the Hotel Russell. Now the Hotel Russell was the interiors were designed by the same man who designed the interiors of the Titanic. So the interior of the Hotel Russell is very similar to the interiors of the Titanic. Now, Russell Square was built, again, around 1700, and if you have a look at these buildings here, these are a classic example of what we call kings, George I, George II, George III, George IV, between 1714 and 1830. And the style of houses here are very, very prestigious art schools in Europe. Went down Kingsway, that was cleared out. That road is not a very old road, it was cleared. It used to be a place called St Giles. It used to be lots of alleyways, and there was a slum area. It was cleared out around 1900. Now here we are in the Aldwych. Look on your right, this is a brand new bus, this brand new design here, number 9. Again, the London School of Economics. This church here is, actually before that, on our left hand side is King's College, London. Again, another one of our fine universities right here on France, outside of Paris. Now we are going to cross a bridge and we're going to get to see the River Thames. The very reason London exists, financial district 2,000 years old, and the city of Westminster. Well, we're going to see both of those cities right now. If you have a look on your left-hand side, you will see
Thames River.
You will see the dome of St Paul's Cathedral. There is the city of London, the oldest part, 2,000 years old, the financial district there on your left. Look on your right now. There is Big Ben, Houses of Parliament. So we have the city of London on our left, the city of Westminster on our right. The reason the Romans built London is because of the River Thames, 217 kilometers long, tidal river, easy access to mainland Europe. The very reason, the soul of London is the River Thames. So the dome of St Paul's Cathedral, built by Sir Christopher Wren between 1675 and 1710. Now look on your left, this is the South Bank. Look on your left and on your right. This is a hive of activity part of London, along here, along this South Bank. This building on... That is a picture worth taking, surely.
Okay,
you got it? Okay, Ivan, we're good to go. So the London Eye itself, 400 to Waterloo, but the French didn't like that very much, so we had to move it up. This is the station you come to if you want to go to the South Bank, the Royal National Theatre, or just to walk along the South Bank. You'll see wonderful street entertainers, lots of food stalls. It is really a wonderful place to go. Now, when you look up on your right, you'll really get a sense of the scale of the London Parliament here. For centuries, there was only ever one bridge crossing the River Thames. Westminster Bridge was built in 1750. So there you'll get a fantastic view from the river of the Houses of Parliament on the right, the House of Lords on the left. The House of Parliament, the seats on the House of Commons are green, hence the green awning and hence the green bridge. But the seats of the House of Lords are red, hence the red awning and the red bridge over there, which is Lambeth Bridge. So have a look at Big Ben, or to give it its official name, it's the Queen Elizabeth Tower. Big Ben is in fact the bell. The bell is Big Ben. So you cannot actually see Big Ben, technically speaking. This is the House of Parliament. This is the home of the British government. This is where the members of Parliament sit and govern the country. But the tide, you'll see, is rather low today. She burnt London to the ground in 1987. Look on your right, there's Winston Churchill, the statue of the great man himself, who happened to go to the same school as me, I'm rather proud to say. Well, I went to the same school as him, really. So there's Westminster Hall again on our left. There's a statue there that is Oliver Cromwell. Oliver Cromwell was the man responsible for killing the king. He had King Charles I executed. I'll show you exactly where King Charles I was executed very shortly. We're going to go up to on our left-hand side, this is St Margaret's Church, the parish church of Westminster, dates from 1485. Behind that is Westminster Abbey, and we're going to come back and see this a bit later on. But Westminster Abbey, the nation's church. This is where kings and queens have been crowned since 1066. 1245. Look on your left, the Supreme Court here on our left-hand side. There is a statue of Abraham Lincoln again on our left-hand side. What should we name the bell? And they all said, and he was a big man, they said, we'll name it Ben, Big Ben. So they all laughed and said, Big Ben. So we're going to do it, it's not going to be a long stop, everybody, maybe just a 10-minute stop, maximum 10 minutes. And we're going to just take some photos of the wonderful west front of Westminster Abbey. Okay.